That's all right. All right. Here we go. It was probably our biggest live show ever. We just had tens of thousands of people watching it.
You got overloaded.
No, don't laugh. At first we thought we overloaded the system. Instead of you guys getting a Thursday Night Live episode tonight, you're getting a recording. We're going to record it real quick and drop it in lieu of. And I hate that because the super chats and the comment section is one of the funnest things about this. Mm-hmm. But YouTube, in all of its glory, cut the feed and deleted whatever was being recorded and sent it to never air or be seen again. And it said I violated community guidelines. And when it sent me the notice, comes to find out it was the intro. And the intro, which hasn't been a problem the whole time, has guns in it. It shows people using guns, carrying guns, handling guns, or transporting guns, or the community guidelines that we just broke. And what's funny is the people in our intro, as everyone knows, is the military.
And it's recordings.
And it's recordings.
Yeah.
So apparently YouTube is now run by China. If what I'm about to say next will get us completely banned. And they're anti-American, and apparently it is illegal to show the American military protecting freedom after 9/11 against terrorism. I mean, that's
live specifically.
Exactly. So there is your answer of what happened tonight on our live, why it's nowhere to be found, why it was cut randomly, and it's YouTube's fault. So you did say something that this is something that isn't that unusual, something just happened. And what were you telling me about it?
So another couple other channels that I know, just doing gun YouTube stuff, have all received strikes for videos that are old, year or 2 years old. So everyone's kind of freaking out, and what everyone came to find out is the algorithm changed a little bit and started striking people on videos. We had this same thing happen. SHOT Show of 2023 during SHOT Show. Oh. So everyone is did you hear this? Running back to hotel rooms. I mean, we deleted 80 videos.
Wow.
Because we didn't want to mess with anything. We're you know what? If these 80 are in trouble, just delete them. So it is their app. It is their platform. We got to play by the rules. Doesn't make it fair or right. But
can Elon Musk buy YouTube? Does Elon Musk just need to buy everything and own everything? And that's ridiculous. I mean, that's where we're at. X.
We can move to Twitter.
Well, and there's a couple other platforms too, because we got that. Why don't you guys move to this platform?
Yeah.
So you take one of the biggest gun YouTubers, Grand Thumb. Mm-hmm. I think he has 20, 30 million subscribers?
He has just a few more than us, but it's close.
A couple zero difference, right?
And what's a zero? Yeah.
Nothing.
On those other platforms, he has 200 followers. So if you're telling me the biggest channel tried to go over there and 200 people followed, dude.
You know, what's a little bit disheartening about that is if that's true, they can go back and delete and ban all of my episodes because they all have that intro.
Same intro.
So now I gotta make sure on YouTube Studio what's going on in the background. They did allow me to dispute it. It says it takes 72 hours for someone probably in India or Pakistan to decide whether an American can show American military people on their video.
Yep.
So we have that issue now. So if you're wondering why we're not showing the intro like we normally do, that is why. And there's a long answer about what's going on. But
the good news is it wasn't my fault.
That's true.
I know some of you were your first response
That's
was,
right.
"What did Drew do?"
I
know that was you.
You beat me to it. There's already people going, "Damn it, Drew!"
Yeah, you messed it up, dude. That's so
not
funny.
today. Not today. Drew's in the clear. All right. Like I said, we're gonna the show must go on, and here we are. We're gonna give you guys something to either watch later tonight or something to listen to on the way to work or from work if you get to watch it in the afternoon. Because there are some things that I really want to cover. But we're gonna start out And in fact, I don't necessarily owe it to them because we've met our criteria, but they're good people, and we're going to do it for them anyway. Let's do the opening ad with Elevated Silence, because not only are they good people, big fan of the suppressor. So everyone should have one. So this impromptu quasi show is brought to you by Elevated Silence. Elevated Silence builds phenomenal products that make life enjoyable for everyone. Their engineers and product development team work the science of silence. They have cans for everything from 300 Norma to 22 Short. Each is finished with a proprietary coating that prevents carbon buildup inside the suppressor. 22s are the exception. They offer every mounting option you could want. The Dura HD 556 gives minimal blowback while still delivering top noise reduction. And their new 30 cal line in 3D printed titanium launches any day now. In fact, it may have launched as we speak. Elevated Silence just wants to make the world a quieter place. Go to elevatedsilence.com and use promo code Tier1 for 15% off. Let's start this out with some good news because I need it. Little. I feel like I'm handling it well. I'm not that mad. I'm a little perturbed. It's one of these like, what can you do about it?
Take a sip of that monster. You'll be all right.
Well, is this the monster?
No, but that'll work too.
Maybe some of that bourbon to the left.
Yeah.
Just uncork it.
Yeah. So I could use some good news, and guess what? The troops got good news. Drew, go to Instagram and let's go to what Trump gave the troops for Christmas. You guys hear about this?
Yep,
I did.
1776.
Why
are you jumping ahead of the story, Magnet?
Because I'm always ahead of everything.
No, you're not.
Especially
450,000 military service members will receive a special, we call Warrior Dividend before Christmas. So Warrior Dividend in honor of our nation's founding in 1776. We are sending every soldier $1,776. Think of that. And the checks are already on the way. Nobody understood that one until about 30 minutes ago. We made a lot more money than anybody thought because of tariffs, and the bill helped us along. Nobody deserves it more than our military, and I say congratulations to everybody. And 1 million.
I'm surprised Congress didn't try to give themselves a Christmas bonus. I'm so sick and tired of them. So I was going to make this a good news, not turn negative. How cool is that? After 20 years, let me tell you, at 20 years, most of it is war. I never got a Christmas bonus.
Yeah, it's nice.
I'm not upset that they're getting one by any means. Don't take it that way. The boys are getting how cool is that?
Yeah, awesome. my son told me today he's getting it.
Wow.
Yeah, that's cool.
Absolutely. Cool. And it doesn't matter what this guy does. They're gonna hate him for it. Like the guy could cure cancer, and they'd be like, "How dare you put doctors out of jobs?"
Yeah.
It's just insane. At this point,
I'm critical of him where I need to be, though.
He's not perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. Speaking of, I'm gonna get this name wrong, but someone here is gonna know what it is. Borderline disgusting. He did one of the worst things he's done during this presidency. Do you know where I'm going with this?
I know exactly where you're going with this.
So when that actor, producer, Rayner, who just got murdered, were you going? Oh, are there two things? We'll get to that.
Yeah,
brutally murdered. We didn't know when he put out this tweet. We didn't really know what happened. What's the guy's first name? Do you guys know off the top of your head?
Eric, isn't it?
Rob Reiner.
Rob Reiner.
Rob Reiner.
And he puts out this tweet and says, basically, he died of Trump
derangement
syndrome.
Yeah, TDS.
And it was just a mean-hearted tweet. It was. And don't get me wrong, I have seen clips of that guy saying some pretty nasty stuff while he was alive, but also
did not like Trump.
But he also was questioned when Charlie Kirk died. And he had some pretty nice things, level-headed things to say about that.
Yeah.
He didn't deserve that. And as the president of the United States, you can't do that.
I kind of want you to respect the office a little bit more.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But I think, along with all of us, I can probably speak for everyone that our view of what that office is has been shattered over the last 10 years, probably.
You're right.
So,
What are you saying, Chris?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I say because if I say it this way, it's almost going to give him credit for doing something bad. I'll say, he's the only one that has the balls to say the silent part out loud.
sure.
Because we haven't had the greatest people in charge in a while. So at least you know what you're getting with them. But I'd rather not. It's still I'd rather you not because of what you said.
Yeah.
Because of respect for the office. Because of respect for the seed. But it's the same guy who will go and celebrate a leftist death,
Correct.
and then turn around and give the troops $1,776.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. Just the number, just doing it. That's Trump.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
We knew what we were voting for.
you're right. That's Trump. And even as disgusted as I was with that tweet, Kamala would have never wrote a tweet like that, and I believe that she would have never wrote a tweet like that as she ran this country into the ground.
True.
Yep.
So and I hate to say it as if these are our only two options, but since they are and since they were, give me the mean tweet guy.
Yeah. I'd rather have the guy who knows how to do the job and he's a little rude.
Yeah.
She also wouldn't have gave the group $1,776.
No way. In fact, she would have given.
She would have asked for it.
She would have given the
gotta pay her.
Somalis in Minnesota.
She would have given
$1,700.
No, she would have given the Somalis in Somalia $1,776. She'd have given it to anyone but Americans. We did have 3 super chats before it got deleted. Oh gosh. I actually don't have to read that first one.
Now we can skip it.
Dang you wide La Table. He paid $20, but basically asked me if I'd pay. I'll G-rate it for him. If you were single, would you pay $3 to? I gotta G-rate this. To smell certain things that the former VP may have done after eating Mexican food. What if she had pretty eyes? As a follow-up question, $3 isn't enough to get me to do anything.
Well, that's not 3, my brother.
$3. Oh no, but the question is, would you pay?
I see what you're saying.
No, hold on. I have to. No, it's even worse than that. I have to pay $3 to do it.
$3?
I only made $17 on this.
And on a $20 super chat, that's right. That's a 17. Yeah,
It's a bad deal.
that's a bad deal. It's a bad deal. Papa, Drew, I'm taking your job.
I don't mind. You're doing a great job.
You do it better than I. That you do. You do better than I
I don't know
do.
about that. Papa Penguin pontificates for $2. Says, best opening ad ever.
There's one benefit to that ad getting pulled.
You're welcome.
And we completely flubbed the sponsorship ad. And instead of reading elevated silencer, we read elevated operator. And about halfway through, we realized, hold on.
Wait, this isn't the right one.
This isn't the right one. So, and if it was for that super chat, we'd have got away with it.
True. Silver lining.
What else we got, Drew?
Dude Duder. He says, been away for a bit. Good to be back. So I take it from double wide. I'm sorry. So I take it from double wide to Delta Force is still off the table.
That
Love
should,
boys.
That should be the if I ever do a book, that's the name of the book. From double wide. In fact, I've joked about this before. Well, I had an original book idea, which was going to be called More Scars, More Stripes. But it
One upping.
just
One upping.
But I was going to do nothing but tell like just fictitious stories.
Yeah, over the top, ridiculous.
Right. Just ridiculous fictitious stories that never happened, which ironically is a lot like the first book. So except we're going to put my name in it. Yeah. But the biggest difference is I wouldn't say it was real. there's I think there's the kicker. in
Yeah.
it.
Fictional book.
Wouldn't
But
clarify
yeah,
it.
from the double wide.
You should start off the
Delta
book
Force.
with, I'm just in this for the money.
Just over the top in your face, as brutally honest, to some degree. Brutally honest, followed by brutally dishonest, but clearly satire. And I'm going to pull all of the grifter stories, and so you'll know where I pull certain, where I get my
So good.
where I get my inspiration from.
Yeah, inspiration.
But I'm just adding my name into it. So thank you for that. I'm glad we had to do the funny story first, and we got some laughs out because this next thing is going to piss me off.
I'm just being honest.
Just going to piss me off, and it should piss you guys off too, because we did a whole episode on Islam, and the amount of people in the comment section, Muslims, that are defending it, like, no, that's wrong. That's not the religion. That you're so far off. That's not what it says. Even though Drew pulled it right from the Quran and read right from the Hadith and went right to the multi-sourced history books. We didn't talk about anything that was hearsay, one-off. We didn't get it from some right-wing conspiracy blog about it. Not at all. Everything we talked about is well known. They either don't know their own religion or they're continuing to keep this facade up because they can't be called out for what they're doing. But it's crazy. They're they're showing themselves. So it doesn't matter what you're saying to defend it. What has happened in the last 30 days? Of course, we already covered our soldiers getting shot in the face in DC by a Muslim. We already covered the Muslim that got arrested in Texas for trying to for making a bomb threat. At the time, we didn't even talk about, this goes back a little bit, but the raid that happened in Dearborn right before Halloween on Muslims that were going to attack people on Halloween. Good job, FBI. And so now we have Bondi Beach. Mm-hmm. And I actually didn't know this because I've been training SWAT teams this week, and I've been a little bit out of the loop. And I had to kind of catch up right before this episode and look into some of these things. I didn't know. Did you know how many people died at Bondi Beach?
I've heard 15, 16.
15. Yeah. It could be 16, and depending on the sources and what I read, how current it is. I didn't know that many people died.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And so let's talk about, in case you hadn't had time, like most people with a job, to find out what it is, and you expect us to help catch you up on current events. Let me tell you what happened. Australian police have declared the incident a terrorist attack. No surprise. Inspired by ISIS. The suspects, I didn't know this either. The suspects were father and son.
Father and son.
How twisted can you be? Drew,
Apple don't fall too far from the tree.
Drew, could you imagine bringing your son into this certain death?
No.
I couldn't imagine it.
Yeah.
I really couldn't.
No,
And the
but
father
if I
passed
believe,
away. The son is still alive, correct?
I don't know.
Yeah. I think that's what I read.
Yeah, I think he's in.
Yeah, I think the son's in the ICU, but the father passed away.
The suspects were father and son, and homemade ISIS flags were found in their vehicle. The attack specifically targeted the local Jewish community during the first night of Hanukkah. This is what's crazy to me too, and this is why, wake up, world. And we're talking Australia right now, but when I read this, we would do the same exact thing. The incident has led to a national mourning, calls for gun control laws.
Stricter gun control.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
What?
That's
How could you get any more strict in Australia?
By just taking all of them.
They darn near already did like 10 years ago.
But
I watched them throw those rifles into the trucks
yep.
on the news.
I have a follower down in Australia. we've hit up a friendship. Long story short, gun guy. He tells me all the like stuff he has to do to get a gun and what he has to go through, how he can use the gun, and it almost seemed impossible something like this shooting could happen, but obviously nothing's impossible. So.
It's insane. We can look what's going on in the UK, look what's going on in Italy, look what's going on in Germany. What's crazy, and I only picked up a few videos for us to watch. Once my Instagram, I started liking these videos, so the algorithm on Instagram's like, I know what this guy wants to see.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, I did the amount of videos now coming my way of what Muslims are doing to young girls, what the UK police are doing to their own citizens, what's the amount of absolute chaos that they're causing with their immigrations across the world.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a gun, and Australia decides it's a gun control issue.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? And this is the problem. We will not, like any doctor, if you don't accurately assess what's actually wrong with the patient, you'll never get to the right medication.
No. Yeah.
And so if Australia, if you think guns are the problem, you will continue to have problems. They'll just wield knives in the street. And then what are you going to do? Take away knives? Just eat with forks?
I mean, you're seeing in the UK, like there's knife collection bins, all this stuff. Then those get broken into. Shocking. Like I had a Jake that's on the syndicate with me was there like last Christmas. He spent Christmas there.
Yeah.
Bought a nice watch while he's there, and they're like, you cannot wear that out. Here's a nondescript bag. Don't wear it. Like
because it'll get taken.
And if they can't take it off your wrist, they'll cut it off. You know what I'm saying?
So not only, as we know, not only is it a problem here in America, everywhere they start gaining numbers, it is a problem. And that's not Islamophobia. By the way, there's no such thing as Islamophobia, because a phobia is an unreasonable fear of something. So that word actually doesn't exist, because there's nothing unreasonable about this.
And it's unfortunate too, because regardless of how deep you want to get in the religion or whatever, much like you, I'm sure have like, I have Muslim friends that are great people. Like, I'm not saying that all Muslims are bad or anything like that. I'm much like you would, but they're the ones that also get thrown under that bus, unfortunately. And I know you're going to have a different take on that.
I don't have a different take on that. That is true. Not all Muslims are bad, but I'm telling you, that's just because in their area, Islam does not scale up well. Anytime it scales up, those good Muslims will eventually, I'm not saying they'll turn bad, but they will continue to pull them in this direction, because you'll have that peer pressure of what Islam really is. And because they're already a proposed believer, they'll finally get shown what it is they are supposed to believe. And they're like, well, I didn't know that. And they are masters at this. And they will slowly pull them closer and closer and closer. Islam does not scale up well at all. And we're seeing it right now. The UK is living out that nightmare right now, that Islam does not scale up well. Let's go to the next, the cop video on IG in UK. And this one, this makes me as mad as, as the Muslims, really. That's this one really.
Apparently, during some conversations between yourself, apparently you have alleged. We weren't here, so I don't know you've said it, but you've alleged to say, "Speak English," or what's that effect?
Speak clearly.
Speak clearly.
No,
okay.
the gentleman's partially deaf.
Yeah, he
said
speak clearly. Yeah.
So I couldn't even hear him.
No, and that's fine, and that's why we've just come to speak, because potentially someone could perceive that as a hate crime.
I think we just know this was going to happen.
I know. People, if someone says to me, officer, I believe this, then
Don't even take himself seriously.
This is the most disturbing thing to me. And one of the things it wasn't until tonight that I really want to make sure that does. One of the main reasons this shouldn't happen in America is, but I'm a little afraid about this. No one's a bigger fan. I would argue, no one's a bigger fan of first responders than I am. We created businesses around them. We give back to them. I give free training to them. And I am counting on America's first responders and law enforcement to never act like that. But they showed their colors a little bit in COVID. Some
showed their colors.
We didn't really get that here in Florida, but I'm sure there's
Same Arizona.
I'm sure there's horror stories out there, and I hate it. That better stay the minority.
Yep.
But what's happening right now in the UK is not that. I can show you. I could have pulled up video after video after video of the police being the freedom of speech police.
Yeah.
And said you can't say anything on your social media. You can't say speak clear English. I can't understand you. That could be perceived as a hate speech, and you got a visit from a cop.
It's crazy.
That's crazy. It's ludicrous. So we really are, like, because our politicians will fail us. So
they already have.
They already have. So if and when they do, really our first line of defense is our law enforcement. And this is why good guys, as bad as it feels, I know this sucks to even have to tell someone else this, like, hey, you're going to have to suck this up.
Yeah.
But you, law enforcement, the good guys of law enforcement are going to have to stay in and do a horrible job, because if you leave, they will replace you with a yes man. Mm-hmm. You owe it to this country, and I know that sucks. It's kind of not right, but you owe it to this country to stay on that job and ensure that the young men coming after you are trained up as well to give the same resistance, if necessary, that you were willing to do before you leave. You have to.
Yeah.
You have to, and it kills me. Absolutely kills me what's going on in the UK. But like a lot of things, the momentum is starting to swing. It's starting to swing. But, Drew, let's go to the IG. He has some good points to bring up here, and it's about possible civil war in the UK. Are they the ones that will stand up to this and get their country back? This lays out a defense so that it might happen.
Great Britain looks like a nation where life is functioning normally. Below the surface, however, lies a growing sense that the United Kingdom is coming apart at the seams. King's College London professor of war studies David Betts set off alarm bells this year by saying Britain is headed towards civil war, and he advised people living in its large cities to move before the violence starts.
Imagine Northern Ireland scale, or Northern Ireland in intensity, but on a completely national scale. Attacks on public figures, judges, potentially politicians.
London Daily Telegraph columnist Tim Stanley told us he agrees with Betts that Britain is heading for open sectarian conflict, possibly war, and there's nothing we can do to stop it.
And his argument is this, that first of all, Britain displays many of the signs of being a failed state,
This is what's
such as economic decline, total loss of trust in the police, and a fractious and increasingly extreme politics.
At the center of this unrest is a government multicultural experiment that has brought in large numbers of Muslims without requiring them to integrate. More continue to arrive daily. This is Britain's southern border, the English Channel, across from the coast of France. And it's as porous as the Rio Grande River. 2 weeks ago, 1,200 illegal migrants arrived in a single day.
When you have a country in decline, and you add large numbers of new people into the mix, what you end up with is ethnic conflict over resources.
Experts fear all that might be needed to trigger a civil war is another terror attack. White working-class anger exploded last summer when the son of a Rwandan immigrant stabbed 11 children and 2 adults at a dance studio. 3 girls died. Social media post initially misidentified the killer as an illegal migrant, sparking the worst riots in 10 years. Only much later did police reveal the killer possessed an Al-Qaeda training manual. Right-wing and working-class British are also angry over what they claim as a two-tier justice system that favors Muslims. Last week, this man was convicted of a crime for publicly burning a Quran in a political protest. A Muslim man with a knife who threatened to kill him faced no charges. Lucy Connolly, a 41-year-old mother, is serving 31 months in prison for a tweet appearing to encourage violence against illegal migrants after the murders of those 3 girls in Southport. She got more jail time than some of the members of this Pakistani sex grooming gang, convicted for child prostitution and having sex with a minor. Add to this rising crime, Orwellian state censorship, and economic decline in many areas. Great Britain looks like...
Where are the conservative men who've got nothing else to live for? That's what I want to know.
So that hotel they're talking about, excuse me, it did finally get attacked by... So they were disgusted that a fairly nice hotel was being used for tax money, and they were housing them in nicer housing than the locals had of sorts.
We see it here too.
And we see it here too. And to some degree, they're smaller, so so every migrant that goes to the UK, every single one is proportionally higher.
Yeah.
The only thing saving us of sorts is our large population. But that's only a matter of time.
And landmass. Large population, large landmass.
That's right, and that's only a matter of time. Yeah. Population and landmass, because obviously if it's a much closer, tighter spot, that's going to be a problem. But he said basically the only thing holding together right now is probably another lack of terror attack. But we've already said it. I've already said it. We've already proved it. Anywhere there's a large concentration of Muslims, there will be a terror attack. It's just proven. So it's going to happen, and we're going to see, what that has to do. And I actually forgot they said that. So it's ironic we started talking about how important law enforcement was to this.
Yeah.
The only thing keeping them together outside that is what? The only difference is that their law enforcement has absolutely lost their mind on a 2-tiered system, and with the law enforcement, a 2-tiered judicial system with the law enforcement not going along with it.
Yeah.
If that happens here and our law enforcement goes along with it, you will see a very similar thing. Law enforcement is huge on this. And I love that we have a large law enforcement population of listeners to this. So this message will get out. There was a part of me actually that thought about really writing I was going to write a letter to the British people, to the people of the UK about what they should do, like a heartfelt letter, because I love those guys so much because I served with them. I've been over there. I love their culture. They are our closest brother in arms across the sea. There's no one closer to our culture than they are. They're great, great men. And I ran across a video and I said, nope, someone already said it best. And it came from one of them. So I want to hear, when I said the pendulum swinging, you get more guys like this talking, by the time you're done with this, I might look into airplane tickets myself. Drew, I think that's the one might be the one I double sent. Look for this one gets me going.
It feels like our country has abandoned us. It feels like our culture has been eroded, dissolved, and being replaced. See, we don't have a homeland to run to. This is our homeland.
It's got me going right now.
See, this is our darkest hour. In World War II, we stood up with the crown to fight for this country. Our grandparents, they died for this country. They helped build this country. just so the establishment can give this country away. Make us the minority, label us as the racist and the far right, and then they charge us for doing it. They're taxing us so highly that we cannot build wealth. Our children cannot inherit wealth. The UK has been rug pulled from us, and yet our Mayor of London laughs at us. Our government bows to extremists, to societies within our society that have no benefit to us. They don't shop in our businesses. They've boycotted us. All for what? All for what reason, I ask? What is your outcome? What is your goal? You've created a desperate state where its natives no longer feel seen, heard. Literally, we're not even seen in London anymore. We are the minority. So to my fellow natives, I know you have hope, but you're not optimistic. Hope's for the beggar. So change is coming. Change is your voice. Stand up for your children, for your homes, for your homelands. I'm not calling violence, but I'm calling for an awakening. The country has been rug pulled, and we have nowhere else to go. It feels like our country.
You kidding me?
Whoa. Good old Aunt Middleton, right?
Man, I know it's more of a, I believe, a Scottish thing, but man, put on the kilts and the blue face paint and let's go. I mean,
it's unfortunate, man.
It's emotional. What he's talking about is crazy. Spot on. If that speech alone doesn't rile up the UK, you're dead.
Yeah,
it's
there's no other option.
But it will. It absolutely will. It's an amazing speech.
But, they say, culturally for many, many years, that we are like 20 years behind.
Correct.
Europe. So whatever the cultural movements that take place in Europe, 20 years later,
right,
you can basically know that's going to happen here.
And this is where I actually want to bring a little bit of hope to this episode, because I think the good Americans that watch this, you're feeling a little bit riled up right now. I know it's not the most uplifting things. Current events is never the most uplifting things to cover,
sadly,
because they always talk about the negative things and the bad things that happen, and that's right. That's what get clicks. But I do, really, after watching that, what gives me hope is that I actually believe in the people of the UK. I do. I think their government will continue to fail them, because that's what governments do. And I think at some point the people will have enough and they will stand up, and you will see a strong pendulum swing the other way. And I'm calling it right now. And when you see that, the Muslim community will not stand for it. They won't, not quietly. And there is going to be some dark days for some people in the UK trying to right this wrong. But the good news is this: politicians are absolutely spineless, and they'll do whatever it takes to stay in power. Mm-hmm. And once they see it's no longer popular to do that, they won't do it first. The people will force them to now start taking popular opinions.
Yeah.
And they will slowly get the backing with them. It'll be painful at first. I have hopes. I think the UK will pull through this. And another reason why I'm thinking, and if they do, watch a domino effect.
Oh.
Watch the people of Germany look at the UK and be like, hold on.
Both ways, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. If there's a domino effect that it does spiral into civil war, dude, all the countries are complaining about the same thing in Europe right now.
Yeah. That's right.
And they're not
just waiting for someone to step up and do something.
And they're 10 feet that way from each other, right? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. I mean, let's be real, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, all the countries, one starts to topple like that. Dude, I think it has a domino effect. You'll start seeing the heaven forbid, dude.
I don't want it.
I don't want it. But I think you'd see it topple both ways, right and wrong.
When you start seeing videos like this, let's go to Instagram to that cartoon one. Drew, if you know what I'm talking about. Other way. when you start seeing videos like this and they're funny because they're true, comedy's always based in true, you know something's wrong.
We found a 15-year-old girl with her head cut off. It appears some kind of grooming gang kidnapped her and forced her into slavery before murdering her. People near the scene of the crime heard them scream Allahu Akbar when the incident occurred.
I mean, that could have been anybody. Anybody could have done that.
There must be clues. What did you say he screamed? Allahu Akbar. It's Arabic for...
Yeah, man, that's crazy, but, I mean, you know, white people speak Arabic too. Like, a blonde white guy could also yell that, you know?
I didn't mention his skin color.
Look, I'm just saying there's no information or motive here or anything. We're just going to drive ourselves crazy trying to figure it out. So, you know, a big part of mystery solving is just knowing when to quit.
Why not interview people from his community?
What community? It could have literally been anyone, you know? It could have been a Norwegian social worker who was on vacation here, you know? Like, we just don't know.
You know what? Maybe we're just going to search her for DNA.
Why, do you think some people are genetically prone to this kind of thing?
No, it could help us solve the crime.
I mean, maybe it's not a crime. Maybe it could just be someone's culture, you know? Shh, quiet! Someone 4 blocks away is typing hate speech about this on their keyboard! Got him!
Gosh,
looks like we found the real criminal after all!
You're under arrest. We found a...
Oh my gosh.
So sad.
After watching the reality of it and then watching that, it's still funny, but it's funny because it's true.
Well, and jokes are funny because there's truth to them.
Yeah.
So. And again, it's unfortunate because we were just working with the Kurds. And as you know, they were kind of exiled all over the world.
Yeah.
And one of the guys we were working with there grew up in the UK. And like now back in Iraq, but he said the same thing. He's like, look, dude, the UK I grew up in that I love, that I shed blood for because he served.
Oh, really?
Like, it's
no more.
It's no more. And he's like, and I'm an Iraqi Kurd. I love the UK. I love the culture. I love how I grew up there.
Yeah.
It's no longer there.
Hold on, buddy. I do. You'll have a country to go back to. Not soon enough, but you'll have a country to go back to. I do believe that. But
sad.
And we have to go down the list. It's not just UK. It's not just Australia. It's not just all of Europe. We already talked about it. It's happening here, and we could do a live every week and cover another story every week.
Sadly,
like we can. And so the latest one here in America is Brown University. So Drew, let's play that one.
See the look of shock on my face? Yeah, it's not there. This is Mustafa Karbash that's apparently the suspect in the Brown University shooting. This is the piece of trash that took out Ella Cook. Ella Cook was the head of the Republican Party at Brown University, a very liberal school. Now, Officer Tatum's reporting that he was on the Brown University website. Apparently, he was part of the Office for Middle East Studies. And guess what? They scrubbed him pretty quick off that website. Laura Loomer's reporting that other media outlets said he actually shouted this before he opened fire. Shocker.
The suspect yelled, like has been reported in this.
Listen, like my heart goes out to the victims. It goes out to the families.
Are we really sitting back and seeing another young conservative, a prominent conservative in this country, have their voice taken by a far radical leftist Islamist jihadist? That's really where we're going? Something's got to change, guys. I don't know what to tell you, but you need to wake up out of the little coma that you're in. Leftists, I don't know why you would ever want this to be a thing, but you've lost all sense of humanity if you believe that this woman right here should have been taken by that guy because he was a pro-Palestinian. Get fucking real. Prayers for Ella Cook and her family. It's tragic, but we need accountability, and if this really is the suspect, maximum penalty. Do you guys see the look of
For the party who's supposed to protect women, the Democratic Party who's supposed to protect open-mindedness, has become the party of the least protection.
The opposite.
The absolute opposite.
In every way.
And I hate that, to be honest with you. Mm-hmm. I don't want to be anti-Democrat because I believe this country will get to its best solutions when you have two opposing ideas that
work together.
That work together. That argue it out in a professional manner, and some compromise happens between the two. Facts are laid out, and they're like, okay, I hear you. We understand everyone who this affects. The problem is, which is crazy to me, that we understand who this affects, and we're going to come to an answer that is what's best for America.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think that's crazy for your politicians to want what's best for your country.
But none of ours do. So.
But none of ours do.
Whether it's right or left. I'm sorry.
I agree with that. But we also can't pretend like it happens more on one side than the other.
Sure.
And that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
And I hate to say that. And again, I will have no problem calling out a Republican for having. I am not party blind. Not party blind. I'm truth blind. I'm America first blind.
Yeah.
I am. Those are my pillars. And I'm not upset for any country that shares those, because I'm consistent. I think America's the best country in the world, and I still do. And guess what? I think the UK should do what's best for the UK, not what's best for America and the UK.
100%.
I think China should do what's best for China.
Yep.
I don't care what country you're from. I think you should do what's best for your country. I have no problem with it. If it happens to be best for you and benefit someone else, well, that's a win-win.
Yeah.
But we can't do anything that only is in the interest of an outside entity.
Mm-hmm.
And we're not doing that.
An interesting point, because not to sidebar, but I was just in Japan, and they are very much Japan first and no one else. And you should see the way their culture is, dude.
Is anyone shaming Japan for a lack of diversity?
Well, while we were there, the prime minister outlawed burials for Muslims because they only cremate in Japan.
Okay.
In the Muslim religion, no cremation, right? You have to be buried a certain way. And she went out and said, "Hey, you want to die here? That's cool. You go get buried somewhere else." Because she literally
There's
said,
only so much land over there.
Go get buried somewhere else because we cremate here. And like, to the world and like a lot of people, like, Japan is the place to go right now. It's the number one spot for tourism. They're more nationalist than any. Yeah. I've been to 17 countries. Those people love their country more than anything.
I talked to a high-level person in Disney, in fact, a female, and her husband. So she got taken to, who is it? Is it Japan or China? I should know that has a Disney World there.
It's Japan.
Japan. Okay.
Yeah. Tokyo.
And say it right.
Tokyo.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I learned one word there. It's Tokyo.
And he was telling me, and he was a high-level CFO when he worked here in America. He had a really hard time getting a job over there because he's a white guy.
Yeah.
The only reason he got a job is because his wife was essentially running Disney in Japan, and it allowed him to get a job. But outside of that, he wouldn't have got a job.
Yeah.
And I believe I remember him saying white people cannot basically own, like, if you won't own a business. Like, Japan has to be the business owner.
I believe that's correct.
And
they call him a salary man.
They're very anti-white. You know what? Oddly enough, I don't have a problem with that. Like, I don't have a problem with that. It's your country. You could run it as you see fit. You want to protect your culture? Who am I to tell you that you shouldn't protect your culture?
Yep.
Yeah, and just because it's pro-Japan doesn't make it anti.
That's right.
Something else.
Correct.
That's a great point.
Very good.
You can be pro something that doesn't mean you're automatically anti something else, and that's
you're not phobic.
That's right. So we jump to right off the bat. And here's the thing that absolutely, and we've talked about this in the episode, but absolutely kills me. Why? I know this is going to sound bad, but I don't care because it's the truth. And if the truth sounds bad, then suck it up. But I say this all the time. If I'm the early 2000s New England Patriots, you know where I'm not going to get a lot of players from? The Browns.
I don't watch football, so I don't know.
Lost on you. That's okay. Well, I'll get one that matches. But let me they won a lot of championships.
Okay.
The Cleveland Browns did not.
Okay.
Why would you recruit from a bad team thinking you're going to get a good team?
Doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense. Mm-hmm. Why would I want people, a lot of people, don't get me wrong, I'll still do that. Just the reference still holds true. If they have a star player on a sucky team, I'll take that star player. But I'm not gonna say, hey, anyone from that team wants to come over here, just send it. So, and we should do that. And we used to do that. You're an amazing person from a shitty country. I'll take your doctors. I'll take your engineers. I'll take something that benefits us. Mm-hmm. That's America first. We'll take that. But to think that we'll take a large amount of their population and that which they've proven to do, they're just going to bring their culture with them.
They don't assimilate, is what you're saying.
They don't assimilate.
House them, feed them,
and show me one world superpower of the Middle East. That's flourishing. It's flourishing economically. It's flourishing culturally. It's flourishing technology.
Dubai.
And don't hold on. Yeah. Don't show me just one of those things.
I know everybody says Dubai.
You have to show me all of those things. Yeah. And you can show me Dubai, but I've been all across the Middle East. That is a front. Go to the rest of that country. Let me know how the rest of that country is doing. Paved roads, electricity, running water, nice houses. You see that all across America. Our worst is still living in a first world country and doing pretty good.
Yeah.
You want to talk about Dubai? We have 50 Dubais in this country.
Yeah. Sure.
Don't bring, you call it a facade. They all have that one facade. Jordan has Amman. Sure. They have Dubai. And this is, they did finally get a breakthrough in their Air Force. And so when they see this, I'm like, hold on. Well, maybe I can't say this anymore because maybe they are doing something. Mm-hmm. Of course, it's oil dependent. As soon as oil runs out, they'll be back to nothing. But Drew, go to Instagram. And if this doesn't scare you, like, hey, this is a possibility. They have this technology now. Right there, right to the right.
يا سلام تمام الخط مفتوح يلا يا ولد امشي الجمل
What are we going to do against that?
What are you going to do? You think? Gosh, you think an F-22's got a chance against that?
Just when you thought you were safe.
No kidding.
Flying camels.
We got to put more AI stamps on stuff. I'm serious. Because some of these videos, you're like, holy shit.
I know some of them are tough.
And it happened almost overnight. Like there was a time, like at the beginning, I'm like, oh, that's AI. Yep. That's AI. There's something, 6 fingers, like something's wrong with it. And now these days, like the first, for like a week, like it got me. And I was like, oh my gosh, there's an alligator at that girl's house. And she almost ate that kid's, those people's kid. And then I go to the comment section, see how crazy it is. Someone's like, AI is getting crazy. I'm like, dang it was AI.
Got me again.
It's getting good.
Gotcha, bitch.
It's getting good. There was a giraffe that goes into this van in Africa and like picks up a lady and runs off with her.
Yeah.
And it looks so real. And even then, I'm still questioning. I was like, was that AI?
Yeah, I'm still not sure.
I'm not sure.
It's
I have to go to the comment section.
It's terrifying, dude.
I've gotten to the point where I just swipe. I'm like, I don't care.
Right. And so now, and I hate this, I've been gotten so many times by AI. If I see anything cool, like or wild,
I don't want to believe it.
I just go. I'm jaded. I'm like that. It's AI. It's AI. Yeah. And there are going to be some cool things that people do, or some amazing stories that aren't going to be believed anymore.
No,
like, you're going to have to now convince them that it's real, rather than convince them it's AI.
They'll come up with a watermark for AI videos or real videos. They have to.
They've got to.
I thought they were supposed to.
Yeah,
I think they're supposed to, right?
Are they? Okay.
Yeah, I think they're supposed to.
Needs to happen.
I had to bring in that video because I can only talk about this disease going around this world for so long before I have to laugh at something. But and again, we're just as bad. Our congressmen are just as bad. Let's go to IG and see what our elected officials think about the problems are in our country. You got it.
I was not expecting this answer, but this is what Congresswoman Debbie Wasserman Schultz had to say when asked about the threat of jihad. Watch this.
What is the bigger threat to America right now, American values, American life? Islamophobia or jihad?
I think we have to focus, quite frankly, on
if we're worried about the threat to American values, on the person who's in the White House.
Come on. Really?
No,
Is that
I'm
where we're
sorry.
going? Come on.
Yeah, I'm going there because we have a president who has completely undermined our democracy.
You don't see jihad. You don't see this is a problem?
What I don't see is it as a single lens problem. We have a president who has been determined to undermine our constitutional principles, to degrade our democracy, to divide instead of unite us.
So Leland Vitter is...
It's like she's reading a script.
Wow. When asked, do you think the President of the United States is a bigger problem to America than Islam? This Democrat lady with a straight face and with talking points attached to her straight face, who wholeheartedly believes her answer, says Donald Trump is a bigger problem to this country than Islam. That's crazy.
No, he's a bigger problem to Democrat votes. That's what he's a bigger problem to Democrat votes. That's all those liars care about. Get me fired up.
So yeah, and again, and that's why I'm not dogging on UK. I get it. Drew already said it. They're just a little bit ahead of us.
Yeah.
Like we're just a step or two behind them. We better wake up too. And in fact, there's maybe an underlying reason why I'm rooting for them so hard, because if we're truly behind them, then we need you guys to step up and show us how it's done.
You just want to deploy to the UK. That's all.
Let's go. Time to call my SAS buddies back up and be like, hey,
we need you over here.
I got one or two left in me still. Let's go.
Can you imagine?
Here's your AK.
You deployed with us. You owe me one.
Yeah, 1 for 1.
Oh,
terrifying.
Man. It is terrifying.
Brent, we got some sort of super chats.
How did we get super?
what?
How did we get super chats? We're not live.
How does that even work?
Where there's a will, there's a way.
AI.
Did Devin just hand you cash with a note and call it a super chat?
Yeah, and she did pretty good. I think she gave the names of some of our regular super chatters.
Okay,
nice.
All right.
Nice.
Hey,
I
we're
hope they
still
don't
doing
mind.
it. We're still doing it. YouTube, you can't stop us. You can't
stop
stop
me
us.
now.
We'll do our own super chats.
All right, this is no regrets for $20.
Regrets.
Ragrets, actually. Both Chris and Brent, which song, only one, gives you a freedom boner and why?
The old freedom boner.
Oh man, getting put on the spot with the songs is tough.
One.
Okay, I'll start it out, and ironically enough, it's a cliche one, but I'm telling you, when
Born in the USA.
no,
Oh,
because in a weird way that guy isn't the best American, but it's Lee Greenwood. Lee Greenwood, proud to be an American.
Yep.
okay.
When that chorus hits and he starts singing it, it just.
How's it go?
You know how it goes.
You almost got you.
I thought about it.
I saw the hamster
But when he's
wheel.
like, and I'm proud to be in America. And,
starting to
and I'll
warm
still
up your vocal cords, dude.
Defend her still today, and I'll stand up. And the whole, I'm telling you, I think I do. Like when I hear that, I think I do. I think I stand up a little straighter. Like when he says it. Like,
Yeah.
I think that song makes me proud to be an American. It's old school, and I think it's timeless.
I don't know the name of the song, so I'm going to get roasted for this, but it's the quintessential Vietnam song.
Okay, well,
What song is that?
Well, there's a couple, and oddly enough,
When they find the helicopters.
we covered that in an episode, our top 10 kid up songs, and we talked about the history of music and war, and Vietnam was a huge part of that.
Yeah.
And we talked about, are we going to have the same thing? It's a great episode. I'm surprised you didn't watch it.
Dude, I try to watch all of them. I don't have the time.
I don't watch other people's podcasts.
I try
for the
to,
most
man.
part.
I really do.
You're probably talking about CCR, Fortunate Son.
That's it.
And that to me, when I think like the quintessential Vietnam song for it, I think there's a couple other really good ones.
Yeah.
Rolling Stones, Paint It Black is
Yeah.
a great one.
I did watch part of the Kid Up one.
Okay.
Yeah,
Which
it's funny you bring that up.
Well, not everyone may have got to seen it because I wanted to do it anyway, but of course, we had some copyright issues.
Of course. I think people would be shocked that a lot of Taylor Swift was Kid Up songs for a lot of guys. You know what I'm talking about.
We've had some weird, in my career, but not us, but talking to guys, there are some weird Kid Up songs.
Oh, yeah.
We had I think it's one of those things that started as a joke and then they kind of got into it.
Yeah.
We had a fifth group Jedburgh team who were big Kesha fans.
Oh, dude.
They even went to a Kesha concert before coming over to Syria with us, and they would rock out to Kesha.
Do you know how much like just positive vibe and energy that has? Like,
no, I don't, because I don't listen to Kesha.
I've never heard of Kesha.
I mean, painting the whole picture, right? These dudes are kitting up to go like put some foot to ass, and it's Kesha or Taylor Swift. I find that just, I don't know, makes me chuckle every time.
It is. There's definitely been some funny ones. But anyway, there's all right. Any more super chats?
We have about 5 more.
Okay, I'll do one more. I'll do one more.
Okay, one more. Huh? Goodness gracious. Okay, let's do this one. This is from Wanting More. $20. Look dead in the camera and tell YouTube how you feel about tonight and how they should fix it.
Might want to tread lightly on that. Might get another strike.
Drew, give me the camera.
Boom.
YouTube. I'm dead ass right now. No cap. Just kidding.
You can't do that seriously. Rewind, redo it.
If I said we're going to record it like a live, there's one thing I edit out, it might be that, but it won't be. We kind of already covered it. My advice to them would be, do yourself a favor, do something for the American people, and sell yourself to Elon Musk for $1. It's crazy. We didn't talk about this. We talked about issues. We had to get a new TikTok social media, but most people don't know this. We actually had an original TikTok social media account. I upload, and we had it for about 5 minutes, for about as long as it took me to upload one video, put a description, a couple hashtags, and upload. And as soon as it uploaded, I got a notification that said, "You've been permanently banned."
Did they say why?
I think they did. They had to do with guns again. Shocking. I don't remember but I do know this. I know TikTok's the worst until now. YouTube, I don't know. You're up there with TikTok now. That's nothing to be proud of. You want to guess the irony? You want to guess the first video I uploaded?
Was it you training cops? No.
The intro.
Oh, well, there we go.
Just
I should have told you something.
I uploaded the intro and we got banned immediately. That page had 0 followers, 0 views on that video.
Yeah, people say that intro kills, but it really just kills episodes.
It kills episodes. It kills channels. It kills TikTok profiles.
It's got to be a record.
It's killer.
Oh gosh,
It's got to be a record.
Yeah, that was bad.
Any of that stuff I see on TikTok is always hashtag airsoft. It's never.
Oh,
it's always hashtag airsoft. Hashtag
But the algorithm. You think that fools the algorithm? Because if
I've
it's
seen
just
a lot
audio,
of gun content
if it's
on
just
TikTok,
visual,
yeah,
it may not.
I've just seen a lot recently that has like good views, and it's dudes like live fire.
I love the creativity.
Hashtag airsoft. Hashtag BB gun. Like it's
I love
it's a game.
I love the creativity of it.
We're gonna have to paint orange tips on all those guns on the wall.
For sure.
Or some red tape.
Hey, and if Democrats have their way, I'm gonna have to paint orange blade tips on my knives too. Like it's crazy. Hey Drew, let's go to the King Picks video just real quick, because every live I like to bring this guy up, and even though this is a mock live, I'm gonna bring.
We're still live.
We're still live. We're live to us.
Live to us.
All right. What is
There's
it-
been a
what is it
lot
about?
going on in the veteran content creator space. And today I brought someone who's kind of an outsider. Not really, but
You watch him, Chris?
I brought my cousin
him?
Ladarius. We're good, twin. To weigh in on some of the stuff that's going on, or at least some of the names. So I'm going to throw out a few names from the chat, and you
The smoke
describe them
detector right off
in
the
one
bat.
word. Let's do it. All right, first one up.
Let's do it.
Sean Ryan.
Twin.
Dan Crenshaw. Nah, he ain't twin. he ain't twin.
Immediately weighed in on the Dan Crenshaw.
We're gonna have to bleep that out because that doesn't count as defamation. Does it? Are we good? All right. Kyle Morgan, twin. That's my twin right there, boy.
He
For
does
real.
it the
On my
best
mama.
way.
All right, here's one.
So
Eli
subtle.
Double Tap. Racially ambiguous. Wow, twin. That's okay. Okay, that's good. I like that.
Oh my god.
So lately, there's been a lot.
I'm telling you, he's one of my his content's
Hilarious.
It's hilarious. He's absolutely funny.
I shared with my wife the smoke alarm thing. She's like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "You don't know what this is?" And she's like, "No." And I'm like, You know where that started, right? Like video games.
No.
So back in the day, you'd do Xbox Live playing with people.
Oh, really?
And there'd always be a beep
in the background.
and everyone would be like, "Hey, man, smoke alarm." No clue. I'm like, now it's a whole thing. Like,
Yeah.
ah.
Yeah.
My TikTok for like 3 days was just smoke alarms. It was hilarious.
Change your battery.
I can't. Video games. Video games. The amount of influence that video games have, and I think it would surprise people. I think it would surprise people the amount of video games, or maybe not. Maybe it surprises people like me that has. And I'm not necessarily naive to it. Like most men have. They're younger, and so especially my age, because we grew up at the beginning of video games. They're a really big deal. Nintendos, Super Nintendos, the first, the Sega Genesis, the PlayStation. I played video games up into my 20s. I have played it a couple times in my 30s when the Call of Duties came out for just a little bit, and I just don't play video games anymore. And so I think to some degree that's the norm, because most of my friends don't play video games a lot. But I forget how many people still play video games. It's a problem in some people's marriages.
Yes, it is. Thankfully not mine, but I do play. Wow.
You guys play any video games?
No.
No?
Any video games?
Sometimes.
Bring the mic over. Sometimes?
Sometimes.
How old are you?
38.
Okay, a little. All right. What video games do you play? And by the way, I'm not talking about phone video games, because sometimes that's just a time killer. So I kind of get that, depending on the game. But we're not talking. We're talking phone video games, or do you? It gets
comes
serious
in spurts.
when you have a console in like at your house, or a room dedicated for that console, or special time dedicated to it. Like that's when it's like, hey, you have not let go of video games.
I got two of those three things.
Do you? Yeah. What do you got? What are you playing?
Battlefield 6. I've recently played that, but I did build a flight simulator.
Oh, that's next level.
I'm
not on that level.
Okay, hold on. This is where it's funny you say that. This is where I'm a little 50-50 about flight simulators, because it's not necessary. It's kind of a video game.
Stop it, Brent. It is 100% a video game.
It's not some.
Stop it.
It is fantasy. Like it's. I don't know why. It's different to me. You're not out there. You're not out there slaying dragons and getting health points. Like, are you playing? Are you like flying?
I'm running a checklist.
It's the real time durations too. Like if you got a 4-hour flight in real life, it'll be 4 hours on the simulator.
Right. That's kind of a skill that. Do you believe? What do you fly the most? Do you have a favorite plane you fly?
So one of my buddies has like
bring the mic right up to you, right to you.
One of my buddies has like this seaplane, and so I've flown in it with him before.
Okay.
And so like for me, that's the most real thing because I've been in it. So I often fly that, and I'll land on like Lake Jessup.
Okay. Oh,
because
right.
it's got Google Maps. I'll fly over my house.
Are you landing on alligators in the video game too?
Yeah, I wish.
Lake Jessup is I think is the most alligator infested lake in Florida
Per capita in the world, I think.
It wouldn't surprise me. Here's it's a serious question. Do you think by yourself you can get in there and fly that plane just based off the simulator?
No.
Then you haven't invested enough in your simulator.
Correct.
Yes.
But
Get back in the game.
I will give credit. I watched this YouTuber who's a real life pilot and then gets in a like $40,000 flight simulator.
Yeah.
And does like real entries, exits, the whole nine. And he's like, hey man, if you got to this level, you could theoretically probably actually fly a plane.
All right, let's get crazy for a second.
Call of Duty.
Because no.
Because I for sure think I can go to war just because.
This is where I know it's weird. Maybe it's a weird topic, but I think enough guys either play video games or did play video games when it comes to like the distinguish differences between the two. Because when you said flight simulator, I actually backed off a little bit. Like, hold on, well, because to some degree, what's the difference between a really high price simulator and flying a plane? Because if you said, hey, I'm going to go fly a plane for 3 hours and I'll be back, you're like, oh, that's cool. But if you're like, I'm going to go play video games for 3 hours, well, now you have that perception, like, really going to go play video games? But if the video game is, and I'm not talking about like some sort of like you're in World War I fantasy land thing, if it's as close as flying a plane as you can afford or want to afford, now in this weird territory. So let's take it from there. And like, well, that's because you can't, that's not the same. It is fantasy because you can't own a plane and that's your fantasy. So
Sure.
it's still in that realm. Well, let me take it one step further then. We all have cars. And if anybody wants to go take their car to the drag strip, they can. They have open nights. If anyone wants to go race their car, they can. And that's manly. But if you do it fiscally responsibly and you do it in a simulator and you're just racing cars, what's the difference? Why is one more manly than the next? Why is one... If you're, baby, I gotta go race cars for 2 hours. And what are you doing this weekend? I'm gonna go race cars. Like, cool. But if you were like, I'm gonna go play video games for 2 hours, they're like, well, you're a little too old for that, aren't you? But what's the difference?
It's a good question.
Semantics, right?
It's something I can argue back and forth. To be honest with you, it's not that cut and dry. I have an opinion on it, but I could be swayed.
Yeah, dude, it's like my one thing that I can do where I can shut my brain off and just like zone out.
Yeah,
and so that's why
there's
I enjoy
something
it.
for that.
Yeah,
there's definitely something for that because most men and rightfully so, everyone, but men are providers, and as they should be. And in this economy and day and age, you're always worrying about how am I going to provide? How am I going to provide even more for my family? And for me, that escape to some degree is, and I like to say, is cigars because it's something where I go
100%.
do something and I just try to turn off my brain.
Mm-hmm.
That's not necessarily the truth because if I'm just sitting there, sometimes I just sit there and I think about my problems while I smoke cigars. That's not always a bad thing. Sometimes that's the time where I'm just going to think about this problem.
Yeah.
But I try to think about nothing. And the only way to not think about your problems is to do something that actively draws your mind out of your problems. And video games does do that. So I do understand that. But like anything else, whether it be drinking, whether it be video games, whether it be cigars, is in moderation.
Yeah.
Well, Brent, you didn't ask me, but I'll tell you. I don't play video games anymore because I don't have the time. But when I do have the time, I do appreciate. I do a CQB simulator.
No, you don't.
Yes,
No,
it's a CQB simulator.
What?
So
yeah, what's it called?
It's called Rainbow Six.
Do you still
Las
play Rainbow
Vegas.
Six?
Heck yeah, it's old school, but it's my favorite. Rainbow Six Las Vegas. It's a CQB simulator. So I got from Jim here that if you say simulator, you get a little more respect. So instead of saying like Battlefront or any Black Ops or any of that stuff, I call it CQB simulator.
Hey, I know. I say it all the time. I really like consistency, and that's where I knew that was going to be a problem. And where it's a CQB.
You got to
simulator.
check out Ready or Not.
Never heard of it.
It's a new
the
SWAT.
movie?
No, it's a new SWAT video game simulator.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It's pretty gangster. I get on there with a bunch of retired guys and we just wreck house. It's a ton of fun.
Here's another reason why probably a real, if we're being honest, reason I don't play video games. One is I don't have the time. But like anything else, like you can make the time for things you want.
100%.
Or what I'm afraid of is I have an addictive personality. And if I do something, as soon as I do it, if I'm not that good at it, which no one is when they first start something, like, no, this is unacceptable. And I will do it and do it and do it, and it will consume me until I'm good at it.
Yeah.
And my problem is I will make time for it, but what it'll also do is I will eventually make more time than I should have or ever intended to do it. So my answer is don't pick it up to begin with.
Yep.
And that is my answer to video games. That's my answer to golf. That's my answer to hunting. Like whatever it is I end up doing, I just don't have, I know I don't have the willpower. So I'm like, well, don't do it.
Yeah.
You can't overdo it if you don't start.
Yeah, right? Fair. That is true, though.
Man. Do we have any more super chats, Drew?
Well, we do. I thought you only just wanted one more, but we got Plight Designs.
Yes.
We got the simulator Plight Designs.
Plight
here.
Designs somehow made it into the super chats.
It's in
Nice.
there. It says outro song for $50. Bury Me With My Guns.
Nice.
By Boba Flex.
Yeah.
All right.
Fitting for today.
Yeah, for sure. YouTube's going to hate that on two levels.
No kidding.
Copyright and guns.
Too Much Sauce says, where did Drew get his master's in production from?
Phoenix Online, whatever. University of Phoenix Online.
No, too easy. University of Southern California. Oh. Okay, that's where I got it.
Did you?
Yeah, that's where all the liberals go to school.
You're not liberal.
Yeah, but that's where I went to get my production. It's a terrible school, and I got a terrible training.
I see.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
I see what you did there. All right.
Oh, Chris, Precision with Purpose wants to know.
Oh, Precision with Purpose. That's an actual IG page.
It's only $1, so you don't have to go very long. What's your funniest story you can share about? Hold on. What you can share about war? One? I don't know what that says.
Oh, well, like most super chats, Drew can't understand the super chat.
Still can't read it.
So that's very realistic. Very realistic.
Well, if it's war, never been. So
it's not war. Can't figure it out. Anyway,
spell it out.
Yeah, WORN.
Okay. Well, they lost their dollar.
Yeah.
So
thanks for the buck.
Yeah. Thanks for the buck that we gave ourselves and created a super chat.
Yeah,
and we
couldn't
We expired the dollar trying to figure out the super chat.
Hey,
when we made our own.
Well, to end this episode, I was gonna do a Christmas episode, but there's just too much current events going on. But I will end this on on some Christmas fun facts. It's a week away. It is 1 week away. Are you ready? No, you're not. Drew,
I don't even know it was this month.
are you ready for Christmas?
Always.
You stay
Love
ready.
Christmas.
All right. You got on the couch? You guys ready for Christmas?
I am.
You're not on the couch. All right. Here are some wild Christmas fun facts. Here we go.
Let's do it.
Santa was once a skinny elf. Early depictions of Santa in the 1800s showed him as thin, mischievous little guy. Coca-Cola ads helped lock in the big guy's jolly look.
Yeah.
Coke
for sure.
That's interesting.
Coca-Cola.
Christmas was banned. And ironically enough, if the Muslims had their way, they'd ban it again. They hate Christmas.
Oh yeah,
they do hate Christmas. It's okay. I hate whatever stupid holiday they have. And it was banned more than once. Puritans in England and Massachusetts banned Christmas in the 1600s because they thought it was too pagan and chaotic. You could literally get fined for celebrating.
That's where the story Scrooge came from.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How do you know that?
Because I smoke cigars and read
and know
stuff,
things.
I guess.
Okay,
Yeah.
That perfect answer. Perfect answer.
Yeah.
Actually, there's a lot. People also don't understand when you smoke cigars. There's a lot of weight on your shoulders. People expect you to be wise and professional.
Yeah,
it's a lot.
That's why I don't smoke a pipe. Because you really got to be smart on that.
That's next level.
Yeah.
The highest level of expectations of gentlemanly characterization is a pipe.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
People used to eat peacock for Christmas dinner. Fully feathered, reskinned, and represented like some medieval flex. Peacocks.
They had
Instead
more
of
time.
turkeys, huh?
Well, it's a lot like a turkey.
I hear it tastes pretty good.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you had it?
No.
Well, you said you heard.
Heard.
I was about to say, if you had it, I'm like, you peacocking right now?
No.
Such a dad joke.
It's a colorful joke.
Okay. All right.
I wouldn't admit it if I did either.
Are they protected?
I think so.
Or are they? It
Not my
sounds
house.
like it. Not at my house.
You be human, I'll cut you up, dude. Yeah.
I mean, it's got to
All
be
right.
a lot like turkey. It looks just like a turkey.
But you know what's great? Finally, I've made this argument for years. America has, let me tell you, the pendulum is swinging. We are waking up. People are finally realizing that, guess what? Turkey sucks. You want to know how I know turkey sucks? Because no one eats turkey for their 364 days. And we're going to pretend on today turkey's amazing? No.
Yeah, get
I don't
out of my
want
face.
it.
Yeah.
I don't want it.
Give me some brisket.
I don't. Give me some brisket for sure. The world's first Christmas song was written by a monk in 129 AD, which means people have been aggressively caroling for almost 2,000 years.
That's kind of cool.
What do you think about caroling? Like, is that weird to you? If someone came and knocked on our door and sang a song to us right now, what used to be like very popular and very neighborly thing to do, like you knock on my door right now, and then I got to stand there and listen to you screw up a song and just oddly sing to me. Like, I mean, times are changing. I get it, and they kind of do change. I think that's weird. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna sit there and fake it, and be like, "Oh, thank you very much. That was amazing."
We did it a lot as a kid, just with our church congregation.
Drew,
Yo,
did we ever carol?
No.
Okay, so I had to make sure that.
Yeah, we did it a lot, and then we had a lot of carolers at our house, just from the church congregation. So,
Have you guys ever caroled? No. Magnet, you're telling me you've never caroled? Yeah, you can't look like Santa but act like the Grinch. You see how that's confusing? You see how that's confusing to us?
Humbug.
Okay.
It's false advertising.
All right. Amanda, it sounds like you're very pro caroling over there. Big fan? You love. Have you ever caroled?
No.
But you love it.
Listening to it.
Don't love it that much.
Don't love it that much.
So our church still carols for like shut-ins.
So
people who can't go to church, they go see them and sing to them.
That I don't have a problem with, because you're not forcing your caroling on people who don't want it. You want to hear Christmas songs? Come to us. I'm for that. Knock yourself out. I don't know Japan. And I know you're very pro Japanese. I assume you wanted to be a samurai at one point in your life.
I mean, doesn't everybody?
What kid didn't?
Yeah.
What kid didn't want to be a samurai?
That's
or
the game I'm
ninja?
playing the most right now.
Yeah,
Is a
okay.
samurai game. I got a lot of time on it.
All right. Japan treats Christmas like Valentine's Day. Couples go on romantic dates and eat KFC. Yes, fried chicken is a Christmas dinner in Japan.
Nice.
Cool.
All right.
I was there for Thanksgiving this year.
Tastes better than turkey.
Xmas, the word Xmas. You want to talk about riling up a good old fashioned Christian? Let them see the word. Take Christ out of Christmas and get them riled up. And I'm not saying that they shouldn't be. but as always, kind of intent matters. Like why did you do it?
Was there plenty of space on the card?
Was there plenty of space? Exactly. All right. It isn't lazy. It's ancient. The X comes from the Greek letter chi, meaning Christ. So no, it's not canceling Jesus. That's a fun fact, but it goes back to your intent. Did you know that? And is that where you're putting it? No one here does that.
Mm-hmm.
So mistletoe used to be deadly serious. In Norse mythology, it literally killed a god, Balder. Now it's just an HR violation. Okay.
That's good.
All right. The largest Christmas gift ever given was the Statue of Liberty from France. Of course, I knew France gave that to us. I didn't know
it was Christmas.
That it arrived Christmas Day, 1886.
Huh. Another fun fact.
Another fun fact.
You gotta say fun fact first.
Yeah, I did. Fun fact. Yeah. I just finished up. And for you guys who are seeing this tonight, we'll see which one we air first. You're going to come back tomorrow and do the history of Delta Force.
Correct.
With us. You said, hey, let me take the reins on that. And I was like, heck yeah.
No, you said you were taking the reins. I'm supplementing.
Oh, well, then.
No, we're both doing it.
Okay. We'll both. Well, I can knock that off the top.
We're going to be just fine. Yeah.
But here's, I just got done with all my 10 pages of notes for the George Washington episode.
Okay.
And I'm really excited about that. And of course, we give the French in France a hard time, as we should and as they deserve. But of course, people quickly forget we wouldn't have our independence if it wasn't for France.
Correct.
And we kind of did France dirty, even though they seem to have forgot about it and still gave us the Statue of Liberty. But when they had their own revolution, they reached out to us. And we said,
we're busy.
Not our problem.
We're busy.
After they fought for us to gain ours, we said, and the reason was, and they're right, not to turn this into another thing, but it's fun to talk because I won't go this deep in that episode. So you guys can piece it together here. And the reason was we were in massive financial debt. France wasn't at a time, and they were in a much better position to support us at the time. So there's two reasons why we didn't. One, we were in grave financial debt, and our government was still young, and our government, oddly enough, could pass laws, but they couldn't enforce them, which included we were $75 million in debt, and we could basically ask different colonies to give us money, but no one gave the government money because you couldn't make it. You couldn't force it to happen. And some of the things, just to talk broadly about it, some of the things they were talking about, like, well, we're $75 million in debt. Let's spread this out 13 different ways from 13 different colonies. And a massive argument, basically, they're like, well, we didn't contribute as much to the war, so we shouldn't owe as much to the war. And to some degree, it's a valid argument. And this we do kind of cover. And of that 75 million, a little bit over half of it were foreign investors, if you will, that loaned us money. And the other people that we owed money to was near and dear. Like, we needed to raise that money because we owed it to our soldiers, because we essentially didn't pay them during the Revolutionary War. And we promised them we would afterwards.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, we're like, but we really can't tax you, because this whole war is about tax.
Mm-hmm.
And every time we try to tax you, you bitch about it. So how are we going to get money and pay you back? It was a really, really hard thing for us to figure out. So one had to do with, we were broke. We were worse than broke. And so we couldn't support him. Two, George Washington basically said, that was a deal that we had with the king. The king is dead. And so we don't owe them anything.
Question.
It's just what the big guy said.
Did French spill their blood and die for our independence?
Absolutely, they did.
Ah, man, we should have returned the favor.
I am torn about that.
But we settled it in World War II. Let's be real. Let's be real.
Yeah.
But we were doing them a favor because they needed somebody to fight the English. Let's be fair. Let's be real.
A little bit. There's some win. There's a win-win.
They weren't over here out of the goodness of their French heart.
For sure. All right. We went on a little side quest there.
They're probably still collecting tariffs from us.
All right. People used to tell ghost stories on Christmas Eve. Dickens' A Christmas Carol was festive. It was tradition, holiday horror, basically. So I guess you scare the crap out of the kids. A good emotional roller coaster ride. Let's scare the crap out of them. Wake up, you get gifts, you're happy.
Nice.
Maybe that makes gifts even more precious when you had.
You're scared for your life.
You're scared.
Thought you were gonna die, but here's a present.
Oh man.
Violent night.
Just got 3 more. I love these. The old fun facts.
They're good.
What's better than fun facts? There are over 15,000 Christmas-related ER visits a year. Never thought about that. What is the dangers of Christmas?
Well, if you talk to ER nurses, you're gonna know exactly.
Anyone want to take a guess at, when you hear it, like absolutely? Anyone want to take a guess at what it is? Starting from the couch. What do you think Christmas causes people to go to the ER for?
Geez, got to be food related.
Not food related.
It's going to be those new electric bikes, scooters.
Nope. Not a bad one, but no. And I'm sure some of these electric scooters and bikes going 30 miles an hour now with young kids on icy Christmas morning is gonna wreak havoc. But I feel like this society also overprotects every kid,
Sure.
and maybe counters that. Drew, you want to take a stab at it?
Drunk driving.
That'd be a good one, but no. Last chance to bring it home.
Just from the ER nurses that I know.
Okay.
It's probably going to get graphic. People shoving ornaments where they shouldn't, and then they break. Talk to any ER nurse.
Whoa. I'd love to see a top 3.
Into the thousands.
I'd love to see a top 3. I believe that would be in there. But the 15,000 Christmas-related ER visits are due to ladder falls.
Oh. Dumb
and that
lights.
one makes a lot of
makes
sense.
so much sense.
It doesn't make any sense to me. Why am I missing this?
I'm a little disappointed. I
Ladders.
went straight to what I did.
Old people on
if
ladders.
Your
lights should be up the day after Thanksgiving.
If you are hanging up your Christmas lights on Christmas Eve, you're a little late.
No, they go up the 24th and down the 26th.
Oh, did I say Christmas Eve related ER?
Yeah, you did.
No. Oh, well.
I thought you did.
Christmas related ER visits.
Okay.
Maybe I messed it up.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I could have messed it up.
Santa's reindeer genders are wrong. Great. Now we got gender issues with the reindeer.
They're turning gay.
Male reindeer lose their antlers by December. The reindeer pulling Santa's sleigh would have to be female. No, they're not. They're male. They're magical reindeer. They can fly.
Yeah.
They are male.
It's got a red nose.
They keep their antlers. I'm not falling for that one.
Yeah.
All
the
right.
radiation in the North Pole does that.
Eggnog. Here's a Brent fun fact. I used to love Christmas every year because I'd give eggnog hell as a kid. I loved eggnog.
Still do.
I can't tell you the last time I had eggnog. You could. I
get
look
it
at
every year.
eggnog. I look at eggnog now, and I'm like, I don't dislike it. Like if you gave me a glass and asked me, I'd drink it out of kindness. But
They're
there's
not,
nothing.
they're not all created the same either.
Okay, there's nothing that makes me look at eggnog and be like, I want some of that. Not anymore.
I've never had it.
Yeah, you've never had it.
Neither have I.
You've never had eggnog.
I could tell it wouldn't be my thing.
Yeah, I get that.
Yep.
I get that.
I'm bringing some eggnog next time.
Oh boy, I do believe it would be good for a mixed drink, though. I think it would hide liquor well.
I mean, I thought that's what most people did with eggnog, is they'd spike it with stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's brandy.
Well, as a kid, I wasn't there yet.
Well, you were in a double wide in Florida, so I didn't put it past you, dude.
Yeah. Oh, we were having amazing Christmas dinner, spamming eggnog, just living high on the hog. Eggnog was originally a rich people drink. Milk, eggs, and booze were luxury items. So eggnog was basically
bougie.
Colonial champagne. Colonial champagne.
Okay.
And there you go. There are your fun facts for Christmas.
It's pretty cool.
You guys, it is a week away. Please, please have a Merry Christmas. Enjoy time with your family. It's the one time I do say spoil your kids, because we did grow up poor, but let me tell you, Christmas was still a magical time. It really was a magical time. And before we leave, around the room, magnet, and it may be tough, may not be tough, your favorite Christmas memory. Speaking of the mic. Do you have one? Is it
getting those electric cars, the ones that you sit in and you ride? I forget what they.
Oh, like a Power Wheels?
Yeah, like a Power Wheel.
One of the biggest regrets.
Rich kid over here. Fucking rich kid.
We got spoiled too much. It was too much for us.
I don't know if you remember, but when your son Elijah was just barely old enough to walk, do you remember the first Christmas present I got him?
I do.
What was it?
It was one of those Power Wheels.
I got my nephew a Power Wheel as soon as I could. If I remember right, was it the big black, like, was it an F-150 or a Bigfoot one?
Yeah, it was a black F-150.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Drew already knows this. We've never talked about this. Maybe we did, maybe we didn't.
We lived it.
We lived it. Drew, why did I get your nephew a Power Wheels as his first Christmas present?
Because we never got one, but our cousin had one. And when we went to our cousin's house, we drove the crap out of that thing.
It was the best thing in the world as a young kid to drive around. Like,
Power Wheels.
Power Wheels.
That's how the commercial went. Power Wheels.
Yeah. Hate it to this day. Anyway. Favorite Christmas memory. What do you got?
Easy pellet gun. The first
for
pellet
sure.
gun.
Shoot your eye out, kid.
Yes. Drew, do you remember the first pellet gun this goes back. Do you remember the first pellet gun we got and what we immediately did with it?
I still got the scars, bro.
I think we shot a bird with it.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We went
and we buried it and had a funeral, I think.
Immediately went on the hunt. Killing birds, missing squirrels, shooting lizards, just anything that moved was not safe that day.
Yeah.
I don't think we got anything but that bird.
It's total card. That's right.
I think that one was a pump BB gun, if I remember right. Because we weren't rich enough for CO2s, because you got to replenish those.
Yeah.
So you got to have your own manpower to
And pumps.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You were rich if you had the brake barrel.
Yeah.
right. Drew, I don't know. Do you? What is your favorite Christmas memory?
Oh man,
it's hard.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah, we had good Christmases.
I mean, of course, just waking up and Christmas trees lit and presents in the morning. You know, that's amazing. My earliest memories. But now my favorite memory really is just sitting down as a family and reading the Christmas story out of the gospel and being reminded what it's all about and why we're having this celebration. That's my favorite memory.
I think that's funny because I do believe that's your favorite memory. And I know that is not your kid's favorite memory.
No, not at all.
That's not why we do it.
That's right. That's right.
That's right thing to do. That's right. Chris, do you have a favorite Christmas memory?
So I grew up, I have 4 sisters, right?
Okay.
So much like your family story, we would read the Christmas story Christmas Eve. However, who was the donkey that Mary rode in on? This guy.
You had to be the donkey?
We reenacted it.
Yeah, they did a skit.
So my parents went to Israel and got a bunch of Israeli garb. So we would dress up in that. Mom would read the story and I would be the donkey.
And that's awesome.
At the time, obviously, you're like, this is stupid, man. I miss those years with my sisters, man. It was awesome.
Yeah. When do you think can you remember the last time you were the donkey?
Dude, I was too old to be the donkey. And they were too big. My back still hurts, brother. Dude, I'm not exaggerating.
Hope your sisters aren't as big as you, Chris.
Well, my little sister broke 6 foot at like 14. So.
Oh, wow. They are big.
She's tall, dude.
All right. I think my favorite Christmas present that I can think of, because my dad would always try to fool us. And to some degree, because my dad was not to be trifled with. So if my dad said something, you're like, Christmas have been pretty good. He'd always play this facade as, guys, it's been a tough year. It's been a tough year. I don't know. I don't know if Christmas is going to be as good as it was last year. And it was just and some years were better, but we didn't have a bad Christmas. And he had fooled me again that Christmas was going to suck this year. And I think I got every G.I. Joe thing I put on the list, including one of them being the G.I. Joe space shuttle.
Yeah.
And when I opened that, I was like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And I think I'd still play with that thing if I had it.
100%.
Yeah. I have no idea. Here's what's really funny. You remember exactly when you got it. It is kind of sad that something was that important to you. I'm 45 years old and I remember that thing.
Yep.
I don't remember when I stopped playing with it. I don't remember. It clearly wasn't emotional when I threw it away. I have no idea where those toys went.
Yeah. And you probably didn't throw it away. I think parents probably threw it, right?
Yeah, parents.
And then you
guess.
just kind of forget.
You just kind of forget. Right, yeah.
Missing parts.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, thank you guys so much. We will get this live thing figured out and report back to you. But it really wasn't much of an option to us. We were going to go do a live one way or another for you guys, and this is the best thing we got. It will be uploaded tonight and sent. Drew, what do you got?
There's a guy that couldn't get a hold of us, so he texted me on my podcast. He says, "Hey Drew, great episode." He says, "Can you let me know if Tier 1 will move to another platform due to all the Gestapo tactics YouTube's going through?" He says, "I white-knuckled home tonight from my son's wrestling tournament for them to yank his show."
That's a bummer, dude.
Thanks, Drew. You guys are the best entertainment I catch of the week. God bless.
Man. I know, and that's something else we will figure out. We depending on what they say in the next 3 days, and while they're doing that, we will look at other options and see what else we got. But until then, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you for the continued support. I believe we have the best viewers in the community. You guys prove it week in and week out. And we will see you next year. Our next live will be next year. See you in 2026, guys.